Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I prepared this very sumptuous spaghetti. So what I had in mind was spaghetti that is juicy with goat meat flavor, and trust me, at the end of the day I got what I really wanted. It turned out really very sumptuous. Even my guests on the show, Taste and Tell, really enjoyed it. So what are the ingredients I used for this spaghetti? First, vegetable oil and some goat meat, bite size goat meat, tomatoes puree, fresh tomatoes puree, some chopped onions, some garlic, chopped garlic, and anise. I used anise for this. In case you do not know what anise is, it's a very beautiful spice. I used basil. This was the banger for this recipe. I used rosemary and bay leaves. I also used some thyme, salt and seasoning cubes, and the most important ingredient, which is your spaghetti. So I used the fat stick spaghetti. Now, something else I did for this recipe is I rendered goat meat fat for this recipe. So what I mean is I got this goat fat from my goat meat seller, and then I rendered it into oil and used the oil for some extra goat meat flavor in this recipe. The first thing to do is to boil your goat meat, season and boil. Now, rendering your goat meat fat is optional, but trust me, if you do that, it will take the flavor of this to another level. So I seasoned my goat meat with garlic, seasoning cubes, salt, curry, thyme, and rosemary. And then I added my goat meat fat to this. Now, one thing about goat meat fat is it is unsaturated fat, so you do not have to worry about eating animal fat. Is it not dangerous? No, it is unsaturated fat, and to an extent it is recommended. It is okay to consume. If you're yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell. On this channel, I upload the best recipes. I teach you how to translate or transform food ideas into reality. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell also. So I've added some water to this meat out of my pot, and now I'm going in with my goat meat fat. What I want to do here is for it to be easy to render. I'm going to be boiling it for some time. Now, this particular stage of this recipe or this dish reminded me of childhood, where my dad would butcher a goat from his farm, and then he would extract or take out the fatty part, and we'll cook goat meat pepper soup with it. Just the fat, add enough pepper, season it. It's always very delicious, very delicious. I went down memory lane while I prepared this dish. So our goat meat fat is cooked. You can see the color has changed, the texture has also changed. To get the oil out of this, so render this, you put it in a hot or in a pan and put it on fire, low heat. Just leave it there. You'll see how the oil would how it will release its oil by itself gradually. That was what I did. Once you have gotten the quantity of oil that you need, take out the remaining parts. It's not needed, and go ahead to use your oil. Now look at what I have here. Look at this. So I'll take it out, and then the next thing is I'll go in with my cooked goat meat. I just want to fry it. I want to give it a crunchy or crispy texture at the back or the outside. So I'll fry it for a bit or for a while and take it out of my pan. Now, when I served my guests, this on Taste and Tell. By the way, have you seen my fun food show Taste and Tell? If you have not, please hurry to this so you'll see the videos on this YouTube channel. Click on it and watch all the episodes. You would love it. So to the next stage of this, I brought my water to a boil, added salt. Remember, it is very important for different ingredients to take on their own flavors. So adding salt to your water before putting your spaghetti in would help your spaghetti take on its flavor, its own flavor. It will not be bland. So I added salt, enough salt to taste in this water, like you would taste the water and know that there is salt in it, and some drops of vegetable oil. Add your spaghetti and then make sure to scatter the spaghetti in the water. Please do not skip this process. This is because if you do not do this, your spaghetti might stick together and will not cook properly. Another thing I almost forgot to add is make sure that you have enough water in your pot so that your spaghetti sticks can have enough room to swim and cook appropriately. Now you're going to be cooking this for just 3 minutes. Make sure to check your time. 3 minutes. Why? We want this to be al dente. We do not want it to be soft. We want it to be al dente. We do not want it to be soft. That is to say that cook it to the point where it's not going to be soft. But if you break a stick of the spaghetti, you will still find the white part inside, dry white part in the middle. So once this is cooked for 3 minutes, drain the water and wash it in tap water so that you can further take out the starchiness or the starch out of this spaghetti. Now strain and set aside. So for this recipe, I did not start by frying the tomatoes puree. I went in first with my meat stock, that is my goat meat stock, and then I poured in the fried goat meat into this. This is intentional because I want it to be juicy, so I do not want to over fry. Remember, it is juicy spaghetti. Now if you'll be using fresh or processed tomatoes puree, add it at this point and make sure that you dissolve it in the goat meat stock. Dissolve it in the goat meat stock. Give it some good stir, good stir, good stir. For this recipe, I did not have to add, any artificial seasoning at all. I just used like 5 different spices. I used bay leaf, rosemary, anise, basil, and garlic. So now I'm going in with my vegetable oil, that's fresh vegetable oil, and I'm also going to be adding our special oil. Ta-da! The special oil. This is our rendered goat meat fats. Now you're going to be giving this some very good stir, like stir it. Season further. I went in with my rosemary, thyme, I've added my bay leaf already, and garlic, chopped garlic, seasoning cubes. At this point, the aroma was, doing press up, like it was doing press up. The height of it is when you add your basil. As a matter of fact, I researched and discovered that basil is the best herb for tomato sauce. And that's true. It just takes the flavor of the tomato sauce to another realm, like another realm. We're not going to be frying this for too long because already the fresh tomatoes puree was parboiled, and like I said, it is juicy spaghetti. We do not want to lose all of the juice. If you are yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell also. You do not want to miss the amazing recipes that I share here with my subscribers. At this point, go in with your salt and some more water for some more juiciness. Now just look at how the herbs and spices are floating on the top of the pot. I love what I see. Allow to boil for about 2 minutes. You do not want to lose the juice. Then begin to go in with your spaghetti in batches, and at this point add your basil and give it some good stir. Our juicy spaghetti is almost ready. So the reason why I said make sure that when you parboil your spaghetti, it is not soft already before this stage is at this point it is still going to go through some cooking process, so it will further soften at this point. But if it is already soft at the point of parboiling, then it will end up overly soft. It will lose its texture. Now look at this, the juiciness. Guys, you need to try this recipe at home, but make sure not to forget to share your pictures when you try this recipe at home. Tell me how it turned out. Do not forget to tag me on Instagram at goodfoodboss. Just take a look at this. At some point I had to change to my wooden spoon. Oh yeah, so I can stir this very well. I think this wooden spoon deserves an award. Out of all my cooking utensils, this spoon deserves an award. It does. Now guys, just look at this. Just take a look at this. Juicy, flavorful, colorful, appealing. Oh my god. Ow. Oh my goodness. So this is how our spaghetti turned out. Our juicy spaghetti turned out. My guest loved it. Do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to share and comment. When you try this recipe at home also, let me know how it turned out. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.